Hi everybody, here's Krystian from Teamworkcast.
Hi, this is Falko from the Fifth Click.
And this is Netrunner Teamworkcast. This is a private system crash draft tournament. And this is the 19th of April 2015.
The second game on the leading table, and I'm not at it. Yay!
It's the third round, Falko.
Third
round.
I'm sorry, too much Edelstoff.
Yeah, too much Edelstoff. It's the third round, first game. And so it's basically the last round. And on the last round, on the left we have Frank, on the right we have Lewis. Yeah. Father and son.
May the force be with you.
We're recording this on the May the 4th. So how topical is it? Oh man, we're just timed everything just right.
Father and son have both hands, so they are not completely Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker, but both are great Netrunner players. Lewis is under 18, Frank is a Magic player from the old stuff, and great people, great players.
Definitely.
We will see lovely decks and lovely playing styles, I think.
I would say that Lewis is more of a dark side type of player.
Indeed. If he would play Luke, he would be switching to the dark side in no time.
Yeah, he will be trying to convince his father to come to the dark side.
Of course. Yeah, it's a system crash draft. We saw 2 games already with wanky decks and some interesting things. Something to say about Lewis, he has 3 or 4 parasites drafted. And so the deck is really, really strong. And he has a torch on his hand. A Cold Gate Breaker everyone should draft.
Yeah, Falko. Everyone should draft this Cold Gate Breaker, Falko.
But now, an install from Frank. A new remote is open now. Perhaps he needs some eco and has private contracts or something installed. R&D is secure with an ice. And now he has to decide what to do with his third click. Perhaps not a second ice on hand. He gets credits. 6 credits, ice in R&D, and a new remote. What would you do, Krystian?
Account siphon.
It's another kind of eco
Rook.
He plays a Rook and runs on R&D, so the rest cost of this ice is 2 more.
But it is this is a what is it? Lock, something
Cortex
lock.
lock.
Cortex lock. There we go. So it's now like 4 to rest, no problem. Doing 4 net damage for this.
And trashing a Sanyu. Great move of both players, and this net damage got rid of a parasite. Really good play.
Yes.
This Cortex lock is crazy.
Best early game ice in the new meta right now.
We can say in the new remote we don't know what it is, and he has nothing on his hand because he protects Auntie with another ice.
Wow.
I don't know what it is. So a run on HQ from Lewis, aggressive as ever. He just drew in this first turn after hitting the Cortex locks. Now a run on HQ, I don't know. It was an ice he saw.
I'm assuming that Frank doesn't have any agendas on his hand, because otherwise, why would he protect R&D in front of instead of HQ?
This is a clone chip. Oh, come on, for the parasite. Okay, start of turn. Rest of private contracts.
Now Lewis is, of course, under pressure. He needs to get rid of this, because if he doesn't, then Frank will be able to get back all his money and will be filthy rich.
Yeah, he is now filthy rich, and Lewis has no money left. Nothing. He can just run on HQ or get monies. I think he has to get his economy rolling.
It's interesting that Frank decides to, because you're not used to play this card, so Frank decides to rest this as you would like with an Anonymous campaign or Pad campaign, but actually you can rest it on your turn as well and already start clicking away.
Indeed, you can mandatory draw rest then and click 3 times as he did now. Oh, data folding out.
You can even rest it in the same turn that you installed it.
3 clicks for money, data folding out, and now it's back to Frank for his cop turn. Lewis gets a drip economy.
Lewis will probably wait this out. Will probably allow Frank to get this money from the private contracts.
Yeah, it was early aggression.
What is the trash cost of this? You know?
5.
That's a lot.
He can't trash it.
No.
He won't touch it. But that was early aggression and a great play from Frank with a Cortex lock in R&D. Perfect.
Perfect response to that early aggression. Agreed.
He had to res it for 4 credits, but 4 net damage, and killing the parasite was.
Oh, by the way, that wasn't 4 net damage, it was 3 net damage. We forgot the Rook.
Yeah, sorry, 3 net damage. Rook takes 1 MU.
To remind listeners, Cortex lock does as much net damage as there is free 3 MU going on.
Indeed.
And so at the beginning you have 4 MU, but with the one installed program it's just 3 MU.
So Frank sees now that Lewis is in a tough spot and has to decide. Will he take money and stabilize his position or get more pressure on Lewis by scoring in a remote or setting up a remote? He sets up the remote with an ice in front of it. And
advance!
Advance. Okay, so he has only 5 monies left, but Lewis will face check this.
Yeah.
Get 1 credit. I think Lewis is an aggressive player.
Yeah.
He moves the rook.
Oh, moving the rook over. Man, Lewis really
first
rocks
click.
those rooks. He was experimenting a lot with Kaisa programs, and it's really nice to see kind of this experience pay out right now.
Perfect. And it's a
aggressive secretary, damn!
For killing the rook. Okay.
Okay, could be better, but still, incredible passive defense here by Frank.
I don't know. I wouldn't have done that. I would have tried to score Jenna. Or, the aggressive secretary costs him install, 1 advance, and 3 credits for firing it for just killing the rook.
Yeah, but I mean, you have to you don't underestimate the psychological damage that Frank is causing here.
Of course. Okay.
Wow.
Trash off the private contracts with, I think, 6 or 8 left on it.
Wow.
And taking all the money from Lewis.
Lewis punishing the fact that Frank has been taking his sweet time with using the private contracts.
Indeed, I wouldn't have done that, but okay, Lewis has his own mind and will keep the pressure up. Let's see.
Lewis is down to 0 now, but Frank is also, like, Frank's only income is kind of like cut out now. But he decides
for money.
to put something in that scoring server.
Double ice remote,
Yeah.
perhaps a marker and something cheap to rest.
Parasite on the Cortex lock. This will
Yeah.
take some time. Cortex lock is strength 4.
And 1 MU used, so only 3 net damage if he tries to run it again.
It's a win-win, I would say.
Indeed. So, the new remote, what will it be, Frank? Did you do something crazy with it? No.
Oh.
He protects HQ? No. New remote? Oh, I don't understand what Frank
New
is
remote.
doing.
Frank is just doesn't care about the HQ.
Okay, so we didn't see account siphons or vamp in this draft, so HQ is not that vulnerable for economy pressure, I think.
Fascinating. So we have 2 remotes going on, both with double iced, both with a card inside. What could all those stuff be?
There's the HQ interface.
Wow.
But he has to get 3 monies, install it.
And saying 2 other cards here.
No, he
Alright,
doesn't
so
have
what
an action
is-
left, though.
Oh, scoring an agenda. That is a clone
But
retirement.
Krystian, sorry, he started with waterfalling credit, gets
Yeah.
3 credits for installing the HQ interface, installs the HQ interface, and then runs. That's the 5th click.
You know, that's
I know something about 5th
you
clicks and
know
6th clicks.
about those things, yeah.
And the bad pup gets removed with another clone retirement.
Oh, nice. Responding with a clone. So the third card on his hand was a clone retirement, or he drew into a clone retirement?
Yeah, I think he top decked that.
Okay.
But perfect. Clone retirement stolen, illegal, but okay. Bad pup for the corp, and then scoring removing bad pup with a score of another clone retirement. Those cloned won't live forever.
There is a reclamation order on hand, and I think that was a Sherlock. I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, something like that. You should not go for clones. You should go for Byroids. They last longer. Just for some fluff in the game, sorry. We get back to the game. Yes.
How dare you betraying our German heritage? We are all about efficiency.
HB is German, not Genteki. Genteki is Japan. That's
so you are
evil.
for a Byroids.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I misunderstood. I mixed
You
them
saw
up.
me playing Byroids in this draft,
Yes,
so come on, I can't.
But I also saw you like on your podcast. You were down on the brain taping warehouse. How dare you?
Come on, I will see a deck with it, then I will be happy.
Yeah.
Okay, just clicking for money on Frank's side. The Parasite is now with 3 counters, killing the ice in the next round. Getting monies on Lewis' side and something. Installing, another eco card.
That's really great. More eco cards.
Compromised employee.
We'll get him a credit every time an ice is rest. And of course we have daily cast here, which will give him 2 money at the beginning of his turn. So a really good economic setup here by Lewis, although he's again down to 0 now.
Yeah, but setting up the next turn, of course, because the Parasite will kill the ice in front of R&D, you get 3 credits at the start of turn and then run and get a credit for the ice rest in front of R&D. So Frank has to do something. I think he will install an ice over R&D and delete the ice with a parasite. No other pressure. 2 at once and
twice.
1 credit in this remote to shift the pressure. Nice.
Lewis doesn't really have any breakers. He does have a clone chip, so he can get something back.
A parasite, perhaps, or the Rook.
The Rook, but still, no breakers. You need breakers.
No. Yeah.
What if that's another Cortex lock?
That could be. Then he could use a clone chip to get 1 MU used with a parasite or a Rook mid-run. Come on.
That's something you would do.
But it was a great move from Frank. He saw that R&D would be under pressure next turn, but instead of protecting it, he just gets another target on the table by advancing 2 times the card in the remote, double iced.
Okay, so we see another Rook being played. Whoops. The Rook is flying over to the scoring server there.
Yeah. Now, that was a draw, install, and a move, so run last click, we see.
We have to remind our listeners that a Rook works for every ice on this server.
Yeah.
So
And raising the rest cost by 2.
yes.
Nice.
So this is going to be a very expensive thing to rest for Frank right now. He decides not to rest. And wow, just gives away that restructured data pool. Wow. So Lewis at 4 points and Frank is not looking too good.
No, 2 points left to go for Lewis because we play only to 6 points in the draft. Okay. I didn't know that Frank did this because you could have counted on the clone chip and the Rook coming back. So she should have counted that in his moves.
Yeah, I don't know. We don't know what that ice is. I think the ice that Rook was installed over was a good and then Lewis wraps up the game with a score from top of R&D. I'm amazed again how Lewis is able to utilize those Rooks. It's something that you don't really see in
another agenda on the table. Sorry, Krystian.
There was another one?
A 3-1 upgrade, reinstall NBN agenda was on the table in the other remote.
I guess because Frank had to play those because he didn't have a secure HQ.
Yeah, it was an option to secure HQ or just get them on the table with a double-iced remote, but he couldn't rest the ice. He didn't have the economy to get them secure. Sorry, Frank. Nice aggressive moves from Lewis, and it paid off. Frank had some great moves on his hand, but he decided to not play well.
Well, I don't know. I think the biggest mistake was not using the private contracts. I think if he just waited a turn or so to get his money up, then the Rook wouldn't have made this kind of economic impact that it did.
Okay.
Lewis didn't have any breakers, so just being able to res 1 ice would have stopped Lewis.
Indeed, I think so. A marker or something.
Yeah.
But okay, so thank you for having me. Just let me plug my Euregio tournament on the 24th of May, so 20 days from now, 3 weeks to go. I will host a great tournament in Aachen, Germany for everyone out of the European meta that wants to come. Great prizes. All those 2 mats you designed are in the prize pool. For the top 8, everyone gets those mats. And those mats will be not produced again. They are just the prizes for this tournament.
And they are the mats that those players are playing on right now. So these are very exclusive mats that you can win in the Euregio tournament. Go there. It's an excellent way to meet people from all over Europe playing Netrunner.
And we thank Gerion for hosting this draft and for making NRTM and NetDeck great tools for iOS devices for Netrunner. And thank you for the Edelstoff, Gerion.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Check out his apps on the iOS store. All right, Falko, do you know what we're going to do right now?
And the rice.
And the rice, baby!
Shit on me.